yeah.
I'm not wildin' out like I used to.
Oh, no.
I don't do the things I used to no more. I changed for you. Looking back, I thought I would never love like this. Broke so many hearts before. Hey, 'cause I changed for you. I don't do the things that I used to do no more. Everything that you do, I adore. No more lies, no more games. Everything I say, I mean, hey. And all the love you give me, baby.
I read a script for a pilot called The Good Doctor. And my agents told me at the time, they said, man, this show is never going to go. It's not going to work. It's about a young man dealing with autism. And those aren't the types of shows that get made. You know, types of shows that get made are about superheroes. Even though when I read the pilot, I thought that he was a superhero. And I told my agents, because they wanted me to do a different project, I told my agents, I said, no, this one is the one I want to do. And that show brought me into the world of folks dealing with ASD, folks who are not neurotypical. And to be quite honest, you know, I adopted my son. He's now 8 years old. He is not specifically neurotypical in certain ways. And who is? And this work that you all are doing and supporting this is so important. And I'll tell you this, as a U.S. Senator, I will fight to bring real resources back to this community to do this work and continue it and to amplify it and to scale it, because this is so important. And so with that, I will say, continue on. I had to work hard to find my blue tie. So I see you got yours. That looks good. But just say, you know, Dr. King said we're all tied together in a single garment of mutual destiny. He said we're all tied together in a single garment of mutual destiny, which means that no matter how well I may be doing, if you're not doing well, I'm not doing well. If you're not doing well, I'm not doing well. And if anybody in this community is not doing well, then we aren't doing well. And so as we think about, I think, what's next, how can we expand our circles of care? How can we decide that we're going to help people that we don't even know or may never meet? I say this in my head a lot. Sentient beings are numberless. I vow to save them all. The idea is you're never going to save everybody, but that doesn't mean you don't try. That doesn't mean we don't try to work together collectively to make a true difference in every single person's life, without judgment, without fear, and without knowing the potential outcome. And by joining together and fighting together and working together in service, we literally uplift everyone. A rising tide raises all boats, y'all. And that's what the journey that I'm so proud to be on now for U.S. Senate, because I think I want people to reform what a senator is. A senator should be about service. If you think about John 13, Jesus got down and washed feet. That's service. If your senator's not down on their knees washing feet, then you've been electing the wrong people. And if people start reframing that the representatives are supposed to be in service of the community, in service of individuals, that's the role of real representation. And so with that, let's fight together. Let's work together. And I like to say, together we rise, and together we thrive. So God bless you. Have a great night. Thank you so much.
Deja was diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder on November the 30th, 2015. Tonight, we gather in unity and hope, celebrating the incredible work of this organization over the past 3 years and the profound impact it has had, and will continue to have on individuals and families affected by autism. As we come together under the shimmer of blue tinsel and the elegance of our blue tie attire, Let us remember the significance of this color, symbolic of understanding, acceptance, and unity in our journey to create a more inclusive world. I extend a heartfelt thank you to each of you. All right, Deja. Yep, it's for you. I extend a heartfelt thank you to each of you for being here tonight. Your presence is not only a testament to your generosity, but also to your commitment to making a difference. Every contribution, every moment shared tonight will directly impact Change the World for You to continue its vital mission, which is to assist the autism community in awareness of the need to support children with autism by implementing programs and support to help them live quality daily lives. So let us embrace this evening with open hearts and unwavering support. Let us come together to celebrate, to give, and most importantly, to show our solidarity with those whose lives are touched by autism. On behalf of the founder, Tiffany Jackson, and the board for Change the World for You, we thank you for joining us in this phenomenal cause. Together, we can make a lasting impact. I would like to introduce to you our first speaker. Audrey McIntosh was born in Columbia, South Carolina in 1957. I'm sorry to tell your age, but it's in here. The sixth of 7 children. She married and moved to Detroit, Michigan in May of 1979. She's the mother of 3 daughters and 1 son, and most recently, the grandmother to 1 girl and 1 boy. Congratulations. In 1990, Ms. McIntosh opened a child care service in her home. Most of the children in her care were the children of her closest friends. In 1994, she closed her child care home to begin working as a substitute teacher in the city of Southfield. This provided an opportunity for Ms. McIntosh to work in close proximity to her children. In many cases, she would surprise them by being their teacher for the day. In 2001, she began teaching 3rd grade at Southfield Academy, and later at Ross Hill Academy, where she worked until 2007. While at Ross Hill Academy, Ms. McIntosh also carried out the role of counselor and taught conflict resolution to kindergarten through 11th grade. In January through June of 2005, she carried out the role of interim principal. When a new principal was hired in the fall of 2005, she assisted him until August of 2007. Because of her love for children, in October of 2007, Audrey McIntosh opened Auntie Audrey's Place in her home. While running her child care service, Ms. McIntosh opened her home to children with disabilities and special needs. This included, very often, children with autism. Many times she did not know that a child had autism, but she did know when a child was not functioning at their full potential. Over the years, it became clear to Ms. McIntosh that many parents did not always realize that things were different with their child's development, and this opened an opportunity to help parents even more. To date, Auntie Audrey's Place is still open and servicing families of children ages 6 weeks to 10 years old. Ladies and gentlemen, help give a round of applause to welcome to the front, Ms. Audrey McIntosh.
I am honored to stand before you this evening, and thank you, Ms. Tiffany, for your confidence in me, as well as the confidence you placed in me when you placed your daughter, Deja, in my care. She was 4 years old, and I immediately noticed that she was full of energy, but she did not talk. By this time, my career as a provider, I had cared for only one other child, which was older, and he had autism. And he, too, was nonverbal. I have learned over the years that because parents are with their child from the beginning of their life and for the most of their day, what they see is normal in their child, but not necessarily, quote unquote, normal. Deja soon learned that she was in a safe and loving environment, and she seemed to enjoy her time with us. It wasn't long before Mom agreed to have her tested. The things I've noticed over the years was things like delayed speech, high sensitivity to things like cold water, poor social skills, behavioral issues, including hyperactivity, which can be the most challenging part of all. As the owner of Auntie Audrey's Place, I believe that I am the auntie of every child in my care, as well as the auntie of their parents. So I give them the kind of close relationship that makes a difference. For every child that I took into my care, I always had the same expectations of any other child. I believed every child within them had the ability to do the same things as other children. Maybe they achieved each goal at a different pace, but still they were able to achieve each goal. If you discover early on that your child has a special circumstance, continue to mother them, but don't smother them. Teach them how to remove their own shoes and put on their own shoes. Give them the time to do it at their own pace. Forget that they have a diagnosis and teach them to eat a variety of foods. Don't just give them foods they like to eat. Once I had a parent that brought me a bag of potato rounds and said they like to eat this. And yes, she had 2 children with special needs. I told her that there was no way I was going to serve that to her children every day. Over a period of about a year, I had them eating a very much larger variety of foods because I put it in front of them and I worked with them, encouraging them to eat. It has been difficult to age out many of my special children because their parents were uncomfortable taking them anywhere else during the summer break. I know the task is hard, and thank God for an organization like this that offers support. I reached a point in my business career that I decided I would no longer take any children with special needs, especially autism. Lo and behold, I found that I had enrolled children who did not have a diagnosis. When encouraged to seek testing, they immediately went into denial. I spent 15 months encouraging a mother to get her child tested. Her child displayed high academics, which is mostly why she was in denial. His behavior was the area of concern. I was able to curb many of his behaviors by removing him to another area of the home and redirecting him with academic focus. My most recent experience with autism is realizing that the pandemic caused a shortage of therapists and programs that were greatly needed. I want to say that our local public schools have come up short providing services for preschool children. They caused me to take on a different role for the children in my care. I became an advocate for this latest family. After a year and a half of our public school giving them the runaround, I began emailing the heads of departments, including the superintendent of my school district, which finally got him enrolled and placed on he was placed in the program on the 2nd of April of this year. Even though we were overtasked with his extreme behavior, I did not end his enrollment in Auntie Audrey's Place. I kept pressing the school district to make room for him so that he could receive the special services that he so desperately needed. I thank God for giving me the strength to do all that I do, and I thank you for your time this evening.
3 years ago, I had the opportunity to stand up here and tell you that in the United States, 1 out of 66 kids was diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder. Last year, the number was 1 in 44. Unfortunately, this year, we're looking at 1 in 36. The need for funding, for more testing, is greater than ever. The prevalence of autism has actually gone up 178% since the year 2000. The Black and the Hispanic community are the most underserved of all. Those children tend to be diagnosed earlier. However, the help that they need is much less.
About 40% of children with autism do not speak. About 25% to 30% of children with autism have some words at 12 to 18 months of age and then lose them. Others might speak, but not until later on in childhood. According to the study in pediatrics, nearly half of children with autism have a tendency to wander/bolt from safe settings. Wandering is usually a form of communication, and I need, and I want, or and I don't want to. People will wander or bolt to get to something of interest or away from something. Bothersome wandering incidents typically spike from April to August. However, school-related cases increase through the fall and winter months. Triggers for wandering include times of transition, commotion, or stress, holiday and family gatherings, a recent move to a new home or school, visiting unfamiliar settings, and public outings. More than 1/3 of children with autism who wander/elope are never or rarely able to communicate their name, address, or phone number, which that's one of the first things that you teach your child when they go to kindergarten. Their name, their address, and your phone number. According to a study by NAA, accidental drowning accounts for 71% of lethal outcomes, followed by traffic injuries at 81% when children decide to wander away from their parents. In February 2024, the Renaissance City Chargers Athletic Association partnered with Awesome City 313 to join the prestigious Detroit Police Athletic League. The partnerships help to create a space for student athletes of neurodiverse backgrounds to participate, compete, and thrive in all-inclusive environments. This is a labor of love, as his oldest child, Giselle, was diagnosed with autism, and she is a cheerleader on the team. Coach G coaches the Awesome City All-Stars in conjunction with the Renaissance City Chargers youth organization, enjoying the opportunity to provide athletic opportunities for all.
Blessed for the opportunity to be here. Thank you all very much for the invitation and an opportunity to talk a little bit about some of my experiences with the autistic community. Interestingly enough, in 2013 is when I founded my nonprofit. I had no idea that the same year that my nonprofit was conceived would be the same year that my daughter was conceived. 10 years later, she is on that team. When she was 4, it's probably the first time she ever said her name. And like the young lady who was speaking before us, I mean, she's stimming, she's jumping. I just thought that's what they did. I was a new dad, I didn't know. Her mother was a nurse that is a nurse that worked midnights, and we used to take turns. Like Tierra was saying earlier, we have a small village as well, so when mom's at work, I got him. I'm at work, she got him. That's how we operate. So when she's running around the crib, jumping up and down, I just thought that's what kids did. But then her mother, being a champion and advocate for her, decides to get her tested. And a lot of times little black girls don't get that opportunity to be able to see what exactly they have going on. So once we found out what she was through ABA therapy and being able to work with some great educators, it's funny, God has a really funny sense of humor. I just wanted her to talk. And I said, Lord, please loosen her tongue and allow her to talk. And ever since she was 4, she's been telling me what to do. And she's doing a magnificent job of that. Her name is Giselle Cynthia Goodlow, but I named her after my mother. I call her Cindy Chum because she's my mother and my friend, incarnated. We grew up together. I was a kid. She was a newborn, and now she's 10 and I'm 40. And I won't say from whence I came, but I had no idea that eventually I would want to expand my adult amateur football team to include a youth initiative. But everything that we do, and I have 2 kids with IEPs, because my son learned language from his sister, so while he's not on the spectrum, he has a speech delay because he learned language from her. So I want to keep them active and engaged. I was an athlete. So we're playing on the team, and if you look me up, you'll see who I used to be with. I got tired of my daughter getting cut. Cheer is expensive. I'm not sure if I got any. Do I have any sports parents in here? Okay, so cheer runs you about $200, $300, $500 sometimes, right? And I've never gone to Callahan because I didn't have any sisters. I got 2 brothers. So I wanted to go to a cheer competition and see what all the fuss is about, all the stir. And no shade to the cheerleaders, but we know that they would use our games as practice, which is fine. Because once it got cold, we ain't see them anymore. Because they was getting ready for competition, which is fine. I was going to participate in all that. But every year I would get that text, your daughter didn't make it. Okay, first year's on me. No problem. Put her in track, put her in swimming. Now, if she can swim and not drown, surely she can go out there and do whatever it is that they do. Year 2, didn't make it. I was like, all right, 3rd year, we're going to get some private coaching, join a dance, whatever. She going to make it this year. After year 3, I was like, okay. Now, she don't make it this year, I'm going to know something. And unfortunately, she didn't make it. So I was like, okay. I'm giving y'all $500 a year. So when my son, season end, I can't go and scream and act stupid with the rest of the cheer people, no problem. So I said, this year, before I give $500 to this organization for her to not make competition, I'm gonna give this $500 to PAL. And maybe they'll let us have a cheer football experience for her. I just wanna see my baby, whatever. All that bring it on stuff, whatever, do that. So I had no idea that when I put that out there, because when my son won his championship in flag, Awesome City saw the post and was like, yo, I have an idea. I said, all right, what's up? Because I was just going to apply for PAL and just be like everybody else. But by partnering with Awesome City, that's probably what got us in, because they were the ones that said, what you guys are doing, we wish other organizations would do. So it's kind of like that Field of Dreams deal. If you build it, they will come. I just started posting, people started sharing, and people with special neurodiverse kids are just calling and texting and emailing saying, can my son play? I said, well, can he run? He fast? He big? I don't know, bring him out there. And they have been told, and I'm not sure if this is legal or not, I'm sure the experts here will tell me, but people have been saying, Coach G, we are so happy that you just let my kid play. I was like, but we didn't do anything. I'm just blowing the whistle and yelling at him and jump and run, and hey, some are on the spectrum, some are not, but you come up in here, hey bro, sis, let's go. Whistle and go. So I have a little bit of experience with special education, but whatever you gotta do to get their attention, you get their attention. Football kind of determines what your position is by your body type that God gave you. Obviously, I'm not a wide receiver. I'm wide, but I'm not a receiver. I wanted to be a strong safety. I'm strong, but nah, I've been a nose since 92. I was a nose from 92 to 2012. But my son's a big guy, and it's funny, somebody saw, and his name is Kingston. His parents called, hey, can my son play? I'm like, yeah, okay, pull up. So he came out there, his parents, they recording everything, they crying. I had no idea that what we were doing this meant this much to people, because if you want to play ball. We'll find a spot for you. It's 22 positions on the field. And Kingston kind of big, so put him right at guard. You see him, block, real easy. And he follows directions well. He jumps over the hurdles, jumps over the hoops and everything. So we just want to provide an opportunity for people to thrive. If you want to play ball, you want to cheer, whatever you want to do, we're here for that. And I didn't know that we were the first organization of that kind. I wasn't trying to be a pioneer. I just wanted to see my daughter dance. That's it. So hopefully we get our thing off the ground, and I can see Cindy Chum at the thing, because they can't, like I said, nobody's parents are really kicking up that much fuss, but I'm not going to yell at you, or I'll just start my own team, and I bet she make my team, because if she don't, the coach is fired. Come on now. And from what I hear, I only think they evaluate 8 people out there anyway, so let her do her thing, whatever, man. I'm not a big cheer guy, but my daughter loves it. I love her. My son's a ball player. He's big and physical like his old man, so I had no idea that my daughter would be benefiting from an organization I started just to help people, and I had no idea that so many people would be pouring into her and loving on her, and that's all I'm about. I'm about kids, community, family, and giving people an opportunity that want one. Because somebody took a chance on me. I don't know what I was. I was just bad when I was a kid. I used to fight and get in trouble. I was just mad because my mom died when I was 4. So I might have been misdiagnosed. In the 80s, there's a lot going on. But in any event, this is a wonderful organization and a wonderful opportunity to talk a little bit about my experiences. So everybody that's involved in autism at some point, I thank you. Because when she was diagnosed, I had no idea there were so many organizations and individuals who were impacted and willing to reach out and help. So I'm grateful for this opportunity to be here with all of you. And if you know somebody that wants to play some ball, that got a little bit of size, a little bit of speed, or just want to get out there and break a sweat, I'm around, and I'll be here as often as I'm needed. So thank you all for your time. Hope to see you soon.
I want you guys to get excited about something that's just getting ready to happen. She's getting ready to change the world. All right, my name is Deborah Crowley. I am Deja's godmother. Let me put on my glasses so I can see. I'm Deja's godmother. Tiffany is my heart, soul, inspiration, my daughter. I guess I'm her bonus mom, but she is truly, truly taking this business by storm. Guys, and we need to give her a round of applause, truly, for all that she's done, because without her, you guys wouldn't be here. So guys, give her a round of applause, please. Thank you. Thank you. We need to be warming, because like I said, she's changing the world. That's the name of the company, Changing the World, all right? She's my hairstylist too. She has growing hands too as well. So truly amazing. There's so much that I could talk about her. I was pondering on what I should say about her, and I've written a lot of things, but you gotta speak from the heart. You gotta tell a story. When I first met Deja in the hospital, I grabbed her and I fell in love. I wouldn't let her go. I wouldn't let her go. But her bonus mom over there, Tony, I owe you an apology because I would not let her hold her. So I apologize for that. Truly, that's my baby when I hear her talk, because I knew back then she couldn't talk. And Tiffany was trying to understand why. I couldn't console her on that because I don't know about that. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a counselor. But I said, baby, everything will be okay. She will talk soon. So I've seen her, put her in different programs, swimming, gymnastics, you name it. Deja could do flips. Deja could swim. Can you guys swim? Deja can swim, right? So we thank God for Tiffany for doing all that. But what I wanted to do is have a couple of people come up, because we only convene when it's a sad moment. Right now, we need to acknowledge Tiffany for all that she's done. So if I could have a couple of people come up and just tell us what Tiffany means to you and what Change the World means to you as well. So if I could have 4 people come up, that would be great.
Tiffany is my very, very longest best friend in the world. I love her to death. She's a sister to me. She's always had my back, and I always have hers, and I support her through anything that she goes through. And just to say that I love you, and I'm always love you and be here for you.
You come a long way, a long, long way. You know what? It's like people don't realize it until they see the difficulty and the hardship, and it's like it changes your life. And the bad thing is, she's handling it by herself. That's tough. You know what I mean? So I beg to adjust her all the time, because I love taking care of Deja. She's an unbelievable patient. She totally listens to me. She's awesome. And I totally believe chiropractic is great for her. And I just want to I'm just proud of Tiffany. I'm proud of this moment. We support autism in my office like crazy. I ask people, there'll be a sign right there in front of every patient that walks out. I say, you coming? Oh, I didn't see that. I'm like, oh my God, you killed me. You know what I mean? We promote it. It needs to be more aware. And Pam's numbers, I didn't know the numbers are getting worse. I can see that though. When we just talked really quick while we were talking, I mean, I hate to say it, but the minorities are just being given drugs without no care or discourse. And it's a shame, you know, it really is. And being a doctor, I see that. And it's crazy how they just give kids immunizations. And she talked about 8 immunizations in one visit. That's crazy. There's no way that could be healthy. And so we need to be aware of kids. We need to love kids. We need to take care of kids. And autism is a great way. This program is a great way of making people aware. They gotta be more aware. They gotta be more aware. I mean, it's just, the numbers are not getting better. They're getting worse. And I don't know what else to say about that. They're getting worse.
Year one, I described Tiffany as relentless. She went and got a tattoo. This year, I would describe her as fearless. There has never been a challenge that Tiffany hasn't faced that she has not overcome. And I've watched them all. I've seen you grow as a person and as a mother. And I am so blessed to have you be a part of my life. I've seen you advocate on behalf of Deja with unbelievably. If there were doors, you kicked them down. If there were walls, you blew them up. Because you were going to get the help for your baby. Fearless. It's nothing that's too big for you. And the first time you told me that you heard Deja say her name was one of the most exciting days. Because I know that was something that you longed for. And to know that all the work that you put in you were rewarded was a joy to my heart. I look at everybody in this room and I see how you've touched everybody's life that's here. You and Deja bring so much joy to each and every one of us. Red misses having her in church because she makes more noise than some of the seasoned saints that come here. And we enjoy having her because we know that she has a song in her heart. We may not understand what she's saying, but God knows. And I am thankful, so thankful for this day. I'm thankful for this occasion. I am thankful for all of you for supporting my friend and supporting the work and supporting the dream that she has. It's a lot of tears, it's a lot of hard work, but Tiffany, you are fearless.
The office of the governor sent her a letter, and it says, on behalf of the state of Michigan, I would like to offer my warmest greetings and recognition to you for your remarkable journey and for your service to your community. I am truly grateful for all the contributions you have made to our state. Michigan is great because of the work, the diversity, and grit of the people in it. Your accomplishments remind me of how immensely proud and humbled I am to represent a state so full of heart, determination, and resilience. I have no doubt that you will continue to make a positive difference in your community and serve as an inspirational example to countless others. I look forward to continuing to work with you to build a bright future. Girl, you got this from the governor, and I want to give this to you. Guys, guess what? I need you to stand up. Because dealing with kids with autism is no joke. It ain't easy, as she always says. It's not easy. I was at the NFL draft last night, and there was a little kid, and he was just screaming. And it was a couple. They started laughing because they thought it was funny. And I said, that kid has autism. They go, oh, I didn't know. So imagine what she goes through all the time. So that's why I said stand up and give her due diligence and clap for her.
So I
have some proclamations for some special people who have been supportive of Change the World for You for, this is now my 3rd year. So the first person I want to recognize, he was gone last year, Mort Meisman. Come on up here, Mort. So I don't know if anybody heard my interview on WWJ, the several times I've been on there, any news appearances I've had, that dinner when I was with Huel and Glenda, it was all because of this man right here. I told him about my dream, and he believes in me, and he gonna help me continue to change the world for you.
That's because you are a force of nature and really inspirational to everyone you meet and touch. I know there's days where I come into the chiropractic office, I'm dog tired because I start my day at 5 o'clock in the morning. I'll come in there in the afternoon, but she's always wearing a smile and is so positive. And I say to myself, what am I dog tired about? She outworks 10 people. So it's an honor to have you in my life, and my friend, you're beautiful inside and outside.
Thank you, Miss Erica Reed. Bring yourself up here, Miss Erica Reed. Where you go? Where's she at? There she go. So this one right here, this is one of my favorite sister cousins. She moved to Indiana, and every year she drives from Indiana home to come be here for me. And so I just want to thank you so much.
First of all, giving honor to God, who's the head of all of our lives, and thanking him for everything that he does, and thanking him for my blessed sister cousin. She is just one of a kind, and I see her strength just growing in the Lord, and just all around, she just growing, and everything that she does is a blessing. And I see Deja, I've been around forever too, so the growth in her is beautiful, and I love you so much. And this is me, the word. Thank you.
The next one will be Miss Jalen Larry. Jalen is Deja's supports coordinator. She helps me to get everything I need from Miss Deja. And she's been helping me for about how many years now? 3.5, 4 years. So thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you. No.
Well, thank you, first of all. I've seen firsthand personally what Change the World for You has done for families who need it. I've seen it send kids to camp. We've got school supplies, just a whole bunch. So thank you for the work that you do. It's important.
Thank you, Jalen. Thank you. So, Miss Tierra, everybody know I had my first speaking engagement. It was at her walk a couple weeks ago. And she has helped me tremendously just by having a couple conversations with her. She helped me revamp Change the World for You website. I have a new logo. So I have a lot to, and I thank her, and we're going to be doing some other events in the future. So 2 autism moms working together, and we're going to continue to change the world for you.
I just want to thank you, Tiffany. I love meeting another mother who's walking the same walk as I like, and they're just way older than my kids, so that means advice for me. I call any parent with a kid older than mine, or OG parent in autism, because it's all new to me. We're all learning every new day. So thank you for this opportunity. I love the nonprofit work she's doing. As I'm trying to become a full nonprofit, I have her to lean on. So just continue to pour into her so we can continue to do these great events and move forward. The more collaboration, the more we get to spread awareness and acceptance.
Next, so I've had the pleasure of being a part of 2 church homes, 2 church families. I got 2. So one, I'll start with Pastor Kwame. Would you please come forward? I just want to say thank you, Pastor Kwame. He's been here supporting me ever since he's been the pastor of Metropolitan. and I appreciate you, and thank you so much. Last but not least, Mr. Davey, come on. Every time I have an event, every time there's anything, Tiff, keep your head up. You got this. You got this. He been listening to me complain, cry for the past month. I know he's sick of me. But thank you so much. When he make an announcement at church, he got me all on Facebook Live, Day in Africa. So thank you, David. Thank you so much for your support. My baby like to sing, so she gonna talk to y'all for a second. You about to play the song, wait. You ready?
Hello, 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 how are you? Hello, 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 how are you? Again, I'm great, I'm wonderful. Again, I'm great, I'm wonderful. Hello, 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 how are you? Hello, 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 how are you? I'm tired, I'm hungry, I'm not so good. I'm tired, I'm hungry, I'm not so good. Hello, 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 how are you? Hello, 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 how are you? Hello, 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 how are you? Hello, 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 how are you?
Everybody dance, stand up and put your hands together for the one, the only Deja. Now that's style and class.
I wanted to talk about who was Tiffany Jackson before autism. Tiffany, and I know both of my besties will agree with this, was arrogant, judgmental, immature, and impatient. Oh, I was impatient. So, when I was growing up, there was this girl that stayed next door to us, and she was autistic. But as a kid, you know, you ignorant. You don't know no better. We used to laugh at her, talk about her. Her sister, we played with her. And we would make her cry because we was laughing and joking about her sister. I didn't know. I didn't understand till it happened to me. Her sister, she used to, like Deja, y'all see her, she's stemming, she running around. She would do that, make that noise. We would tease her, make fun of her. Didn't know till it happened to me. You see bad kids in school, in the store. You think they being bad. Oh, why they got their kids doing that? Oh, I used to talk about them like, oh, their kid's bad. But what Deja do? When we go to Meyer, Deja roll down the floor. Roll on down the aisle. On the floor, doing 360 spins down the aisle. I didn't understand till it happened to me. You see bigger, older kids in the grocery cart. Why they got that big old kid in the buggy? They know they need to be walking. Deja rolling the buggy and still riding the buggy now. She can get her big butt in there. I didn't understand until it happened to me. Oh, why she eat that? She's supposed to be eating more than that. She's supposed to be eating vegetables. She's supposed to be off her bottle. Deja didn't come off her bottle till what, Ma? What was it, like 5, 6? Yeah, I understand till it happened to me. Deja didn't speak. She's still not really speaking. She wasn't saying mama, wasn't saying dada, wasn't saying stuff she's supposed to be saying. Me, I'll be talking about other kids like, why they ain't talking? What they doing? They not doing right with their kid. They not doing right. I was the biggest judge talking about people like a dog. But I didn't understand until it happened to me. All Deja watches Bubble Guppies. She replay it over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. That song that she just sang for y'all, I probably done heard that song about 5,000 times. I know the dance, I know everything. Oh, why that child playing that tablet all loud in the store? Oh, they parents, they need to get a hold of them. I didn't understand until it happened to me. Always blame the parents. Always blame the parents. Wondering why, you hear about all these kids come up missing. Or the child runs off. Where was the mama at? Why that mama let that kid do that? Then one day, Deja, I was arguing with her daddy. I ain't have a car. A lot of people know my story. I used to be on the bus with Deja. I ain't have a car. So her dad, he used to share his car with me. One day, I was going back and forth with him. He didn't have the child lock on his doors. So Deja got out the car, went to the apartment, and so I thought she was waiting in the vestibule for me. So after I finished going back and forth with him, go to the vestibule. Where's Deja? She's not there. She's not there. Went upstairs. Mom, is Deja in here? Did you let Deja in? No. What you mean? Went back downstairs. She's still not out there. My neighbor saw me looking for her. So I'm calling Deja's daddy to come back, help me look for her. Think he came back? Nope. I'm pacing back and forth, getting ready to call the police. It's two parts of the apartment, so it's the front part and it's the back. And sometimes me and Deja would stand in the back, she would play with her bubbles. So I'm pacing back and forth. Oh my God, Lord, where is my baby? Because Deja is the pedophile's queen. She don't talk. She don't do nothing. She can't scream. She can't do nothing. She lost. She just lost. She just lost. I'm panicking. I'm crying. And I was about to drop to my knees. And here I hear her laugh. Running up the walkway. She just laughing. She think it's funny. And I dropped to my knees and I hugged her and I wanted to beat her. I wanted to choke her. But I couldn't. All I could do was just say, thank you, God, for bringing my baby home. And still to this day, I do not know where she went. No, not a clue. It ain't like she came and told me, Mom, I went here. I don't know. Everything is a guessing game. She don't never say, oh, I have a stomach ache or I have a headache. She can't tell me anything. I have to guess. It's all a guessing game. So that's why we are here tonight, to bring awareness. All these people, they stare, like Mama Carly said, they used to stare. I had to get my tough skin. My mama be wanting to fight everybody when she sees somebody. But at the end of the day, they just ignorant. They don't know. So now, that's what Tiffany is here for. Tiffany gonna teach them. You gonna know. Everybody gonna know Deja's name. When they said she wouldn't write, soon as she wrote, we ain't got it said it. My baby know how to spell her name. She could write her name, and you see she just sung you a song. So, my work is not in vain. My sleepless nights are not in vain. So I appreciate all y'all of being here tonight and supporting my dream. And eventually I'm gonna get my school going and I'm gonna continue to change the world for you. Y'all have a good night. Let's party.
Sun's outside, feel alright. Looking for a way to change the world, change the world. Looking for a way to change the world for you. woke up and you was feeling down. I'm only here to spread happiness and make you smile. I just wanna make a turnaround. Let's change the world one day at a time. Yeah. We have to lift each other up and never put them down. But first it have to start with us, let's spread it through the time. If you see somebody struggling, give a helping hand. You have to have integrity for a successful plan. You have to have integrity for a successful plan. Hey. You have to have integrity for a successful plan. Wake up early, brush my teeth. The sun's outside, I feel alright.